Where do you expect dollar to be in 6 months from now?
Oh, wonderful question. I think we're going to be on quite a wild ride, really. Initially, I think we're going to head for a little bit of additional strength. Euro-dollar could easily go to, say, 117, 117 and a half, thereabouts. Thereafter, I think as long as the ECB starts to kick in as a factor, we could be back up there in terms of euro-dollar, so back above 120. But it's a wild and messy ride at the moment.
Okay, well, what's the biggest dilemma for the Fed right now? Is it, do they have to prevent a kind of yield inversion, or is it, do they, need to have enough tools to deal with a downturn, or is it simply they can't get inflation, let inflation get out of control?
Well, I think, right now they're sitting at this pretty point where inflation's very close to 2%, but it's no guarantee that inflation sort of just, stops on a dime, as it were, and we remain in this comfortable space. I think the problems they face going forward is that if inflation sort of drifts towards, say, 2.5%, perhaps even 3%, then they're going to be perceived to be behind the curve rather quickly, and that catch-up could be quite messy.
Quickly, this is right where I wanted to go. They get behind the curve. What do? Do they catch up, or do they just wait for inflation to calm down and adjust? You can't wait, can you? You
can't really wait. So the proponents of price level targeting would say, look here, you can overshoot, you've undershot, so why can't you overshoot? I don't think the market's going to take that lightly. An overshoot on the inflation side will lead to an overshoot in terms of interest rates, certainly at the back end of the curve if the Fed doesn't respond, or the front end of the curve if the Fed does respond. So either way, it's not going to be great.
Right.
Something to keep in mind, Tom, is that if inflation is near 3%, any sort of Taylor rule thereabouts would suggest that Fed funds should be close to 5%. That's a long way from where markets are expecting, in case you noticed.